In this video I'm going to show how I set up new isopod colonies. First, let's make the substrate. I start by adding 4 cups of worm castings, and then I add 4 cups of eco earth. Next I add some rehydrated wood pellets. It's probably around a cup, give or take. The wood will break down and eventually become food for the isopods. The hardwood pellets are sold for grilling. Here's what they look like before I add the water to them. Once you add water, they expand. And finally, I add some charcoal. This is some I made myself, but you can buy lump charcoal at the store and crush it up. And finally, I crush up some oak leaves to mix into the substrate. You don't have to use oak leaves, any kind of hardwood leaves will work. And now it's time to mix the substrate together. The container I'm setting up today is a 6-quart tote. I start by adding the substrate. I try to get it around 1.5 to 2 inches deep. Next I add some sphagnum moss to about 1/3 of the container. This will help create a humid side for the isopods, along with create a moisture gradient throughout the container. Next I use a spray bottle and lightly spray down the container and make sure that the sphagnum moss is well hydrated. After that I add a layer of oak leaves. Again, these will become food for the isopods. And finally add a piece of bark to the setup. Not only will this give the isopods a place to hide, but it will also work as a bridge between the moist side and the drier side for the isopods. I forgot to show it in this video, but I also added some crushed up eggshells for the isopods to have some calcium. And now to complete this setup I add some isopods. I believe these are Armadillidium vulgare. They're from a large colony I have that I collected from the wild. I went through and picked out the ones that had yellow on them. Some have a lot more yellow than others. I'm hoping the amount of yellow on them will continue to increase over the next few generations. If things go as planned, I'm hoping it will produce a strain of high yellow isopods. I also found this very unique looking isopod. It has a lot of white patches, so I believe it may potentially be a pied, but I'm not entirely sure. I decided to isolate it with this colony for now. If anybody knows what this one may potentially be, please let me know in the comments. For now, I'm going to give the colony time to establish and start producing, and I will create some future update videos on how well this project is working, and if I've managed to produce a strain of isopods with a higher amount of yellow on them. Like always, I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe to keep up with what we're doing.